Good morning, fourth grade scholars. It is Monday, May 11th. If you have kept up to date with these videos, then that means today you are watching this on Monday, May 11th. And just give yourself a pat on the back for staying on top of your schoolwork and completing your MobyMax assignments. I'm so proud of you. This week is going to be different. I know 2 weeks ago we talked about plot, character, conflict, theme, and setting, which were the 5 elements of literature. Last week, we focused on drama, poetry, and prose, which are, again, can be types of literature. And then this week and next week, we're going to talk about figurative language. Today is going to just be a very quick review over repetition. I know we did a poetry unit in January, so I'm expecting today's assignment to just be a quick review for you in terms of this is something that you should already know. So, repetition. Here's the poster I made, and if you look at the hint, repeat, right? I wrote it in green and then I underlined it right here. It's repet, but you get it looks like repeat, okay? Repetition is when a word, line, or stanza repeats over and over and over. Authors only use repetition to prove a point, right? You're not going to say the same thing over and over again if it's not important. The best example I can think of is in that poem about basketball when they talked about hate and that the theme was that they play basketball because they hate everything around them and it gives them an escape. The author said hate, I think we counted like 17 times. The author's not going to use the word hate and repeatedly unless it's important. So not only are we trying to identify repetition, but we're trying to figure out why the author's using that and what point they're trying to make. So I found this cute poem by Shel Silverstein called Falling Up. I tripped on my shoelace and I fell up. Up to the rooftops, up past the treetops, up over the mountains, up where the colors blend into sounds. But it got me so dizzy when I looked around, I got sick to my stomach and I threw down. So he used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And I think the reason that Shel Silverstein used up so many times is so that you totally understand that, first of all, this is fantasy, right? You can't fall up. And then also because at the bottom, it's kind of like a silly poem. He got dizzy and threw down. Well, they're trying to say he got dizzy and vomited, which is throw up, right? So they're using up here because it's the opposite of what they're using down here. So this one was a funny poem and very simple, but the reason for the repetition, I think, is a little bit more complex. So today on MobyMax, you have an assignment called Identifying Figurative Language, and it is going to focus a little bit on repetition and then also just a quick review on similes and metaphors, which we will get into, I think, next week. Into deeper meeting. So good luck. You know my policies. Zoom 9 to 11. Call me, text me, or email me if you have any questions.